I will never be a beauty queen, nor will she. Neither will she, nor her, nor him. This is Daisy Johanna Mathison, my paternal grandmother. She is a descendant of Danish royalty. Her family settled in southern Minnesota. She married, she had 4 children, and she was a stern 4th grade teacher with high expectations of her students. She was a good-looking woman, but she had a presence that made her stunning. She was royalty. She connected and engaged with people. She flirted and demanded attention from men and women alike. She had that special glow, that inside-out beauty with its magnetic quality. She dressed elegantly. She had great perfume. She always had just the right shade of lipstick, and she often wore pearls. She got her hair done weekly, or else she looked like a fright, she told us. We, her grandchildren, agreed. She and my grandfather, Alfred, traveled after their retirement in search of Scandinavian roots. And after my grandpa died, she and my Aunt Annie traveled the Western USA by train. She was a favorite of all the train's porters. She used her beautiful powers of connection and confidence to open castle doors as well as sleeper car doors. This is Agnes Lill Carlson, my maternal grandmother. She's a descendant of hardworking Norwegian German parents. This is her in her 20s, and I love her beautiful, well-shaped curls. Her youngest daughter, Mary Lou, was a spitting image of Shirley Temple. She had a sweet voice and a spirit to match. And she passed away when she was very young, and this was very hard on the whole family. Agnes kept busy despite her grief, trying to recreate a happy home and a beautiful life. She baked, she made amazing meals, she tatted little tiny flowers that she put on stationery, and she wrote original poems on that very stationery that she shared with others in their times of celebration and sorrow. This is her oldest daughter, Marge. She's my mom. She also kept busy. She went on to become a nurse. She moved to the big city of Minneapolis, and she got a job on the psych ward at the University of Minnesota Hospitals. There she met a handsome orderly named Mark, my dad. She credits herself with his success into getting into medical school because she was buds with one of the attending doctors who was on the admissions committee. They married, and over the years, they had 7 children. I'm the firstborn. My mother was a beautiful woman. She never went anywhere without her eyebrows. Lipstick too, but eyebrows were the most important because they were the frame for the eyes, the windows to your soul. She, like her mother Agnes, my grandmother, worked and created a beautiful environment, not through lacy flowers, but through art. She never made much time for herself, but she did dabble in the occasional art class. And I fondly remember paint strewn all over the dining room table. I wonder how far she could have taken art if she'd had the time and the space. But then it would be dinner time, and the paints were replaced by sloppy joes and salad. While none of us would ever call Daisy or Agnes or Marjorie beauty queens, they were truly beautiful women, and they had a tremendous and lasting impact on me. I struggle with my own beauty. I'm chubby, I'm imperfect, yet I know it's important for me to strive for beauty, to live for it, even when I'm not friends with the mirror. I love art, design, gardens, purses, and makeup, even when I don't have time to do touch-ups during my busy day at the office. And of course, I love beautiful faces. I see them every day at my office. Smooth, sweet-smelling babies, happy but tired moms and dads, softly wrinkled grannies. Each face has a story. Each face has unique outer features. Each face has unique beauty. It's so easy to witness beauty in others, but why is it so hard to see it in ourselves? And thus, we all have a few props to get us past our self-critical mirrors. Why is it that we feel guilty about wanting to be beautiful? Is it frivolous, vain, shallow? Is it selfish to feel good about ourselves? Is it worth the time and energy? Are we selling out unless we go gray and age naturally? Actually, sometimes work on our external selves, whether it be makeup, clothes, lasers, even surgery, to correct a perceived flaw can be a true breakthrough to self-confidence and even self-love. I know this is controversial to many of you. You think, shouldn't we all just be happy with our God-given bodies and faces? But studies have shown that change your looks, change your life is absolutely true for some people, and I see it every day in my office. Think of it this way. All of the women in this room, and probably some of the men, know the devastation of a bad hair day. But here's the important part. A bad hair day is usually imperceptible to others, but it truly affects our self-image for the entire day. It can make us feel unpresentable and even ugly, and it changes the way we interact with others. So we make trips to the hairdresser. By the way, a quick thank you to my friend Edward, who does my hair, because I can do surgery but cannot blow dry to save a life. And we go to clothing boutiques. And I would like to thank Shanna Lee, my friend, for these awesome shoes that make me feel tall and powerful. And sometimes we go to the surgeon's office for a nip, tuck, zap, or shot. Aren't we all the ultimate canvas? How we dress, adorn, and present ourselves in a unique way, in a way that expresses the best about us, has a profound effect on our ability to impact our world. You can't do that from underneath the rock we sometimes want to live under. So beauty is from the outside is a force that we all have to reckon with. It doesn't mean that we have to aspire to the cover of Vogue magazine or model the Beverly Hills Housewives. I would argue that beauty is necessary, and it's yours to define. We seek to feel beautiful and comfortable in our own skin. Yet we apologize for the happiness that we get from simple pleasures, sheepishly admitting to a pedicure when it's not sandal weather, and feeling judged if we opt for something more. Beauty is important in our environments as well. We all know the power of architecture to transform cities, of gardens to feed spirits as well as bellies, of art to inspire us, and of a clean closet to give us clarity and peace. We're grateful for a simple bouquet of flowers to brighten the mood. And somehow creating beauty in our environment and appreciating its presence in everyday life makes us feel more beautiful. Author Tara Moore said, "It's important because beauty connects us to joy, to contentment, to our souls. Beauty is soul food. It's not a fluffy matter." The kind of beauty that I think most of us seek is real beauty, blending our inner selves full of confident, radiant energy with our outer beauty and our physical environment, and accepting that we are unique. Photoshop doesn't work in real time, even for celebrities and models. Our beautiful props, the lipstick, the earrings, they're not really necessary, but they do help us convey messages and sometimes speak without words. My view of beauty goes from inside out, outside in, and upside down. I want to share with you one more beautiful person. He's turned my world inside out, upside down, and literally and figuratively in such a beautiful way. This is my son, Grant. He glories in the contents of the kitchen drawers, and he has systematically deconstructed every Pampered Chef gadget I have. I think they're far more useful in spurring his creative genius and his future in designing and engineering a better world than at my feeble attempts at a Martha Stewart lifestyle. Though I really miss that pizza cutter. Grant wants to save all the big cardboard boxes before I have a chance to break them down for recycling. Within them, he can create an amazing new world, and he can jump out like he's jumping out of a cake. He notices the phases of the moon. It's a crescent moon, Mommy. He loves being with Daddy, Farmer Steve. This very active, supercharged little boy can sit for hours, mesmerized by the process of the machinery, and perhaps Daddy's kind presence, even when he pushes the wrong buttons. He also thinks it's really cool to pee outside. He processes his environment in messages. He pulls out a wedge of Laughing Cow cheese out of the fridge and asks me, "Mommy, have you laughed today?" He notices facial expressions and lines and wrinkles, etc. And he isn't afraid to inquire, "What is that line on your face, Mommy?" He notices, he's present, he's curious, he finds beauty and wonder everywhere. And isn't that what it's all about? I'm so lucky to have Grant in my life. His name reflects that he is my wish granted. He helps me see everyday beauty. And sometimes that means looking at things from a different perspective, even upside down, to see its beauty. I'm so lucky to have my mom, Marjorie, in my life, as well as my dad. My mom tells us, her children, that we are her most beautiful creations. I miss Grandma Agnes and Grandma Daisy. I regret that I didn't make more time for them in my life before they died. During one of my last visits to my Grandma Daisy, I knelt on the floor beside her chair, and I snipped and I stitched, and I repaired her earlobes. They were flimsy and torn over the years. She was so happy that she got to wear earrings again. I wish I'd done it sooner. We got takeout lobster that night, and we dined on metal trays in the dining room in the living room because she could no longer walk to the dining room. We had a great time. She died a few months later at the age of 92. And she had beautiful pearl earrings on. And to me, she was a true beauty. I'd like to leave you with a quote by Emerson. "Though we travel the world to find the beautiful, we must carry it with us or we find it not." I think beauty is an active, living, divine spirit within all things. I think we see it in our environment, in artistic creation, in others. And if we look very carefully and with great love, we can see it in ourselves. And I challenge you to see it, own it, and thrive. Thanks.